Hello and welcome back to another episode of What Christ Show, a show where we inspire the masses to become financially free without compromising their faith. I'm your host, Dami, and today we're going to talk about something that can be very challenging for many of us as we are on this journey of becoming financially free, and it's staying focused and avoid distraction. Whether you're starting out or you're already on your way, keeping your eyes on the prize is key to achieving financial freedom. Financial freedom, like many of us know, is not something that happens overnight. It takes time, it takes years. And for those who are able to make that milestone of reaching financial freedom, they had to stay focused. They had to avoid distraction. Distractions doesn't only cost you time, but it also can cost you money. Every time we make an unplanned purchase or splurge, or we do things that take us away to being one step closer from being financial free, that's all delay us. That delay us, that makes it much harder, makes it more challenging, the more we're distracted. And, if it's, and just to start off, one of the most common distractions for many of us is social media. I've often said your diet is more than what you eat. It goes into what you consume, who you listen to, the podcast you listen to, the follow people you follow on Instagram, you follow on TikTok. All these things, play a role in how focused you will be, especially when it comes to becoming financially free. If everyone you have on your social media page is splurging around, everyone's living paycheck to paycheck, and there's more likelihood that you will glorify that lifestyle of living paycheck to paycheck. If everyone around you, people that you look up to, even on social media, are building, they're working towards something, they're working towards becoming financially free, you'll be more focused on your financial journey, because when you go on your Instagram page, you're inspired, you're learning things, compared to if you're just scrolling and people are just constantly distracting you, they talk about who knows what, and all these things are not helping you get any closer to becoming financially free. So it's important to remember your diet is more than what you eat. It goes on to what you consume on a daily basis, the conversations you interact with, and also what you watch and you view on social media. And if you are going to take information off social media, make sure you do your research. Make sure you do your research on the stock, the business, the product, so that way you don't find yourself in a financial loss. You might say how you stay focused, but staying focused start with one thing, and it's with having vision. Having vision and having goals. And it reminds us in Proverbs 29:18, where there's no vision, the people perish, but he that keeps the law, happy is he. Vision keeps us centered and focused on what truly matters. It's important for us to write down financial goals, both short term and long term. Maybe it's paying off debt. Maybe it's saving for a home. Maybe it's building an emergency fund. Maybe it's buying your first stock in a specific company, you're buying your first stock in an ETF that mirrors the S&P 500. Whatever it is, specify in it and write it down. You can even go to the point where you define the exact amount of money, and set a target there of how much you need to save for a house, how much money, how much shares you want to own in the specific ETF or the specific company. Once we have a vision and we have a goal, it's now for us to now create plans, figure out ways we can get to this and accomplish this goal, how we can make this vision reality. And if you're focused on trying to, make this goal reality, make this vision, reality, you'll be more focused and you'll be less distracted by things that not bring you closer to those goals, especially when it comes to your finance. So after you create a vision or you have a goal, it's important to create a plan. It's easy to get distracted without a clear roadmap. I remember speaking to someone recently. Oftentimes people have these lofty goals of how they want to be in the next 5 to 10 years, next 15 years, 20 years. I've also fallen in that same path in the past and, faced that challenge at time where you have a plan or you have this goal, but you have no plan. There's no roadmap you're following. You don't have no idea of getting it. And oftentimes when there's no roadmap, it's easy to get distracted because different things as you go on this journey will will look good, will look like, oh, maybe I should go and spend this. Maybe, you see a friend maybe got this nice car or a nice home, but no, knowing that you want to save money to buy your first duplex. You're trying to save money to build your emergency fund. But you see all these different things, way people live in life, their life. You start comparing to like, why can't you do? But you're forgetting the goals, the vision you have for yourself. It's important for me to mention that everyone's vision, for themselves to become financially free is different. You know, Everyone has a different vision for themselves when it comes to being financially free. No, I don't believe that anyone has the same exact vision because we're all different in our own right. We're all different individuals. We have different culture backgrounds. We were all raised different. So this is why that you must create a plan that allows you to reach to accomplish your goal, make your vision a reality. And you can start that by breaking down your goals into monthly, weekly action steps. For example, if your goal is to save $1,000 before the year ends, and being the fact that we have 9 weeks left in this year, if you set aside $120 every week, at the end of the year, you will have more than $1,000 saved. So you accomplish your goal, you accomplish your vision by $80. And and this is just a simple way of how you can have a vision. Your vision was to save $1,000 before the end of the year. Two, you had a plan which was to put aside $120, and you can put this money aside in a high yield saving account. That way as you're saving, you're also getting interest. So it makes it much quicker for you to achieve this goal of $1,000 by the end of the year. So that's pretty much how simple it is to create a plan, based on your vision. You break it down by monthly, weekly, daily goals if necessarily, or even if that doesn't work, you can also break it down quarterly, where there's a certain place where you see yourself being at the end of the fourth quarter. Where do you see yourself being in the next 5 to 10 years, and break it down on how you can get there. Create a plan, on how you can get there, especially when it comes to finance. No one just wakes up and become financially free. They must follow a plan. They must stick to a plan in order to become financially free. Another common distraction that can often put many of us, off track financially is the fear of missing out. And the fear of missing out, this happens when we're constantly comparing ourselves and feel like we need to keep up with the Jones. This can be as simple as every time you see your friend or you see a coworker with a new bag, you think it's time for you to get a new bag, knowing that you trying to save $1,000, and the bag costs $200. That will set you back, will make you delay you from achieving your goal of saving $1,000 by the end of the year. Or maybe you want to buy X amount of shares in a company, but you're hearing about another company that's blowing up, that's making more money, but your goal is to own 10 shares of this company, but you have 5. But because you're hearing about some company that's blowing up, you get distracted and you start investing in this other company. Yeah, you can learn about new strategies, but make sure it aligns with your goal. Make sure it aligns with your vision. Make sure it is not deterring you away from accomplishing your goal. A distraction that, many of us can face and that could be a challenge for us is impulsive buying. Emotionally buying things, because we see something, we like it. And sometimes we may not even need what we are buying, but we just buy it. And we're constantly just buying different things. I'm not just talking about buying coffee or buying ice cream now and then. I'm talking about you going out buying a whole new MacBook every time a new MacBook comes out. You going around buying a new phone. You going buying, designer shoes every time it comes out. And there's nothing wrong buying these shoes, but it's important to make sure that, these decisions that you're making are not setting you back. And a great thing to practice is the pause rule. Before you buy something, take 24 to 48 hours before you purchase this. This way it gives you time to think about whether this purchase align with your financial goal, or it's just an impulsive decision, it's an impulsive buy. And waiting helps you avoid what we call spending regrets. You're like, dang, I shouldn't have bought that Snickers. Dang, I shouldn't have bought whatever it may be. While it's good to treat yourself, while it's good to um celebrate, it's important that we do all this in moderation, especially as you're on this journey to becoming financially free, and not get caught up in the moment. That's why, I recommend taking a pause for 24 to 48 hours and thinking about it. Let time pass by, and so you can think and see whether this is bringing you closer to your financial goal, or it's taking you further away from your financial goal. Because the honest truth, The quickest way to get to your financial goal is by saving and investing more. You want to save more than you spend, and you want to invest more than you save. That's literally the key to becoming financially free. Save more than you spend, invest more than you save. And lastly, one way you can avoid distraction, one way you can be mindful of distraction is have accountability. Just like as Proverbs 27:17 state, as iron sharpens iron, so one person sharpens another. So it's important for us, in this financial journey to find someone who you can share financial value, whether it's a spouse, friend, family member, someone who can check in with you regularly to make sure you're still on track to achieving your financial goal. This is why it's important to share your goals with people so people can hold you accountable. It's very easy to lose focus, get distracted if you're the only person that knows your goal. And sometimes, we just need that encouragement. Just like the scripture says, iron shines iron. It's the same way as people are able to sharpen one another. Be able to encourage you, able to just help you stay focused and remind you of your goal, remind you why you started this journey, remind you, your vision, so you don't feel like what you're doing is for waste. Just continue to remind you that there's a light at the end of the tunnel. This is why it's important to find someone who you can trust and who can, hold you accountable for the goals that you have and the goals that you have set for yourself, especially when it comes to financially. And all actually your life, you find someone who you can trust and can hold you accountable for the different goals you have in every aspect of your life. And to wrap this up, remember in this financial journey, it won't be easy at all. There's a lot of distractions. There's a lot of things that will come your way, whether it's relationships, whether it's friends. But it's important to create boundaries, find accountability, stay the course as much as possible to in order for you to accomplish the goal you set out, in order for you to make your vision a reality. If you stay the path, stick to the plan, you will quickly, in due time, your vision will come to pass. But as always, you know, I hope this bless you guys. I hope this encourage you guys. And I look forward to seeing you guys next week. Stay blessed and see you guys next week.